Ahoy, mateys. It's Captain Tally reporting live from the political storm front, and the seas are churning with a doozy of a story. The House is about to vote on whether to formally launch an impeachment inquiry into President Biden. Buckle up, because this is one iceberg of a controversy with hidden depths we're about to explore. The accusations. Republicans have been circling Biden for months, alleging everything from shady business dealings involving his son Hunter to mishandling foreign policy. They're calling for a full-blown investigation, complete with subpoenas and public hearings. Think of it as a deep-sea expedition into the murky waters of presidential conduct. The stakes: if the vote passes, it'll be a major blow to Biden's presidency. It could tarnish his reputation, distract him from governing, and even lead to his eventual removal from office. Talk about a political Krakatoa waiting to erupt. The doubts, but hold on a second, scallywags. Not everyone's convinced this inquiry is worth the bilge water. Democrats argue it's nothing more than a partisan fishing expedition, designed to score political points before the 2024 elections. They see it as a political iceberg, all surface drama with no real substance underneath. The big unknown. So, where does this leave us? Will the House vote unleash a tidal wave of political turmoil, or will it be a damp squib that fizzles out before it even reaches the shore? Only time, and maybe a few heated congressional debates, will tell. One thing's for sure, this is a story we'll be keeping a close eye on. Stay tuned, mateys, because Captain Tally will be here to navigate you through every twist and turn. And who knows, maybe we'll even discover some hidden treasure along the way. In the meantime, keep your life jackets handy and your wits sharp. This political storm is just getting started. P.S. Keep an eye out for Tyler's report on the Supreme Court diving into the January 6th maelstrom, and Morpheus' deep dive into the murky waters of the Israel-Gaza conflict. It's gonna be a wild ride.
Ahoy. Mates, brace yourselves for a legal squall, for the Supreme Court has agreed to hear a case with waves high enough to capsize even the mightiest political galleon. I'm talking, of course, about the January 6th appeal, a legal kraken with tentacles reaching all the way to the Oval Office itself. No run-of-the-mill court case, folks. This is a legal Krakatoa, spewing lava-hot questions about the very fabric of our democracy. At the heart of it all lies the interpretation of a dusty old law, one with the potential to either shield Trump from prosecution or send him scuttling down the plank of accountability. The question, you see, is whether the law protecting witnesses from interference covers the proceedings of Congress itself. Now, some landlubbers might say, isn't Congress where laws are made? How can they be exempt from their own rules? But hold your horses, mateys. This ain't as simple as a sea shanty chorus. The defense argues that the law was meant for run-of-the-mill witness tampering, not the high seas of political squabbles. They say Trump's words, however fiery, were just the salty spray of a frustrated captain, not a deliberate attempt to sink the ship of congressional oversight. But the prosecution sees a different storm brewing. They argue that Trump's actions, his tweets, his rallies, were all deliberate acts of sabotage, like a rogue wave crashing against the hull of democracy. They say his words aim to intimidate, to silence, to steer the ship of state off course. The Supreme Court, those weathered old sea dogs, now hold the compass in this legal tempest. Their decision will determine whether Trump, like a wily pirate, can sail clear of prosecution, or whether he'll be dragged before the legal mast and judged for his actions. So, keep your spyglasses trained on this case, folks. It's going to be a barnacle-encrusted barnacle biter, and the outcome will have waves crashing across the political landscape for years to come. Tyler, signing off, reporting live from the legal Kraken's lair.
Welcome to this critical examination of the ongoing conflict in Gaza. We delve beyond the headlines to explore the complex web of forces shaping this tragedy, both on the surface and beneath. Israeli airstrikes and Palestinian rockets paint the sky with fire. Gaza bleeds, lives shatter, and the death toll climbs. International condemnation echoes, but the conflict rages on. Egypt, once a mediator, stands silent, leaving Israel increasingly isolated on the world stage. This is not just a clash of arms, but a collision of histories. Anger, fear, and a deep sense of injustice on both sides fuel the self-perpetuating cycle of violence. Israel walks a tightrope, protecting its citizens while minimizing civilian casualties in Gaza. The Palestinian Authority struggles for control, and the two-state dream seems to crumble. Regional power dynamics play their part. The normalization agreements, once hopeful, seem to fray under the strain. Iran, the US, others, their unseen hands stir the pot, further complicating the situation. Poverty, discrimination, and lack of opportunity, fertile ground for future eruptions. There are no easy answers in Gaza. The tragedy is a tapestry woven from history, politics, and the threads of human suffering. Breaking this cycle demands more than just ceasefires. It requires diplomacy, dialogue, and a genuine commitment to peace from both sides. This conflict is a living thing, its currents ever shifting. Stay informed, think critically, and never forget the human cost of this tragedy. Only then can we glimpse a path towards a sustainable resolution, a path towards a future where hope, not rockets, paints the sky above Gaza. Remember, this is just a framework. You can adjust the tone, pace, and specific details to fit your desired narrative.